Welcome to the Wit Luv By Lex podcast. It's your host, Lex, the biggest, herself. We're bringing you the real, raw, authentic, uncut, real gym dropper vibes. And I'm here with the GOAT himself, Mr. Make It Happen. Big chest.
Yes, sir. Homeowner chest.
Homeowner chest.
Single father doggy chest.
You know, that's not what I thought you was getting ready to say. Might hit your baby mama chest. Ooh, that's what I thought you was going to say. But we're going to get into that. I hope you know we're going to get into that today.
That's fine.
But as an introduction, I really just want y'all to really vibe out with us today. And I hope you enjoy everything that the Wit Luv By Lex podcast is going to do for you. It's a nice, real chill. I ain't going to say seductive, but, you know, I could seduce you if I wanted to.
Talk to him.
But real cozy vibes. Anybody that gets on here, I hope you know it's real intimate. I just want to get to know you, speak life into you, speak life into anybody who watches this, because you never know, anything we talk about could really hit somebody home, you know, lift your spirits. We're going to talk a lot of shit. We're going to joke. We'll say we might get sentimental on this hoe. We might.
Mm-hmm. And your toes going to be out.
Your toes definitely gonna be out. I don't got my toes out today. I could put my toes out, but I don't really want to. But just know, French tips. I don't do the white toes, the full beats no more. French tips, cause your man love to put them in his mouth like that.
Real cozy.
Real cozy. So just know we gonna really be here, rock out. Always got the sexy drinks on deck. You know. I got my boy Chess I said boy. He drinking them sexy drinks. He already drank one, y'all. I already drank one.
I'm knee deep in them.
He is. You know, I would call me Bartender Lex, because I'm really mixologist.
Bartender Lex is fire.
Yeah,
that's fire. That's fire. Bartender Lex is fire.
Bartender Lex is definitely my vibe. But I just want to do a little check in. I know we do something similar on the Put Me On Game pod. You know, shout out to the gang.
Yes, sir.
That was my first introduction to podcasting, by the way. So shout out to my guy himself.
Wow.
Where do you feel like you are mentally right now? Because I know we just said, you know, we was just chatting about being, I guess we in retrograde, but yeah, I don't even know. How are you feeling?
Mentally, it's been a challenge with me, but it hasn't been a challenge. Like, it's a weird explanation, because mentally I thought I was always going to be strong, and I'm always going to get through it. But the day by day challenge has been more difficult than I've been accustomed to. So I gotta, like, little battles here and there and stuff like that, but I'm getting through it.
I feel that. I feel like this is just such a great segue to kind of like jump into a very odd conversation, because a lot of it's very much talked about, of course, on Twitter and everything, but men and mental health. How do you feel like, as a man, your mental health is, I wouldn't even say tested, but your coping mechanisms? Like, what do you think your coping mechanisms are, and are they healthy?
Right now or before?
Both.
Or the growth of it, you want me to explain?
We can do the growth.
The growth of it, so I'm 26, so let's say 16 to 18, about 10 years ago, when it really wasn't talked about or focused really. Definitely a lot of partying, drinking, doing a lot of things just to get my mind off of stuff. And it's just like, I needed to escape, but I didn't know what I was escaping. I thought, okay, life is just happening, or this bad is happening, or this is just how life's supposed to be, when it isn't. It's just my environment. So as I've grown older, and I, learned as I should have, and, got exposed to a lot more things and bettered myself, I'm to the point now of communication. It is my biggest thing.
Facts.
That's the biggest thing with everyone in my life. Like, we have to be able to communicate about the good and the bad. So
that's very true.
I feel like I'm in a good space that I'm recently doing that, and it's helping. But now here's the next level of growth that I got to go through. So that's what I'm experiencing right now.
I like that. So, in terms of where you think you'll want to be, or I wouldn't even say where you think you'll want to be, do you feel like the people that you have surrounding you right now keep you in a very healthy space?
As of right now, yes. I feel like I'm at a point of the people around me, everybody's on the same, like on the same team and the same goal as far as what's important.
Yes.
I'm not holding on to people that I feel like I gotta piggyback or I gotta hold up. This is, it's not that it's 50-50 or 100-100. It's 70-30. So now it's like, all right, everyone around me now that I could call, we on the same type of time.
Facts. I was watching a sermon earlier, and he was talking about like your relationships and partnerships, whether they're friendships or someone that you're dealing with. You want people in your environment who are rich where you're poor, and we always talk about if we want to elevate, we want people who are already in the space that we're trying to get to help bring us there. And it's like, do you ever feel like you'll get to a point where you either don't know what space you want to go to, or you feel like you've kind of like maxed out?
As far as mentally or just anywhere in life?
Anywhere in life.
I don't know. I feel like I'm always pushing. And every day I kind of like assess where I'm at with business and personal and relationships and everything, that the goal is always switching.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta really sit and think about that.
Yeah. It's very interesting because like as we're getting older, we're starting, our opinions on life when we were 18 to 21 are very different at 26. Like we've been through so much in just so little time. And even when we were kids in like high school, they used to tell us like, y'all don't want to rush, or like things are going to be so different when you're like 18. Y'all don't know how different life is going to be in 10 years, 20 years, whatever. And it's like we're already 10 years or right at close to our 10-year mark of being out of high school. So it's very different to see how we're navigating in the world. Because there was a point where we was really running around like on BS, like doing whatever, no care in the world, didn't think about any consequences. We knew they were there, but we didn't really care about them because we really just, it was whatever. Yeah, like the saying "you only live once" came about when we were young, so we were really like, oh, we gonna live this for sure. Like I don't even remember who said this, but I used to run around saying this all the time. I still do occasionally. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I had to stop saying that because there's no telling how long I'm going to be here. And you don't want to manifest or speak certain things into life in general, but I had to stop saying that. But you do only live once. You better live it. You better live your life to the fullest.
That's funny because I told somebody that I'm here for a long time, not a good time. And I didn't mean it in like a bad way, but like in a sense of like I'm here. Like it's stuff that's going to happen, we're going to go through, but I'm like going to be here.
So something I've been like really focusing on over the last few months is definitely loving myself, and showing up for myself. What does showing up for yourself look like?
I was going to ask you that.
Ooh.
As far as showing up for yourself, what's some examples so I can like paint the picture in my head?
I have fought a very long mental battle. Like I've been on the up and up for a very long time. I've been in a very dark place. So before, I used to feel like me showing up for myself was me having like my self-care days and things like that. Now I was trying to find peace for a really long time, and I loved chaos. Oh my God, I loved chaos so much. And I would entertain a lot of BS, and I didn't need to. But now showing up for myself is waking up in the morning, either telling myself like affirmations. I have affirmations written on my mirrors.
That's dope.
Yeah, so like some of them are like, I am beautiful, I am wealthy, I'm intelligent, I'm greater than my highs and lows, God is greater than my high and lows. Um, just things to really like get me going in the morning as a gentle reminder. Um, Knowing that if I wake up and I'm not in the best space, if I'm low energy, figuring out why am I in that low energy? What do I need to feed myself that day? So, like the other day, I wasn't really feeling like super up. I went laid out by the pool. While I was laying out there, I did some yoga, stretched. Sometimes I really just need a change of scenery, so I'll go to the lake, take my journal, I'll read, I'll paint. Those are me showing up for myself. I used to really take me doing things to myself, like getting my hair done, getting my nails done, lashes, doing my makeup. Like I felt like those were surface level showing up for myself. And I figured out that I could go to the nail salon, go get my toes done, whatever, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, I did something for myself. But in reality, like it wasn't really fulfilling me. So for me, showing up for myself, it's doing something fulfilling for myself right now.
Okay. This may be unhealthy. I'm going to answer your question and I'm going to go in depth. Consistency and responsibility are things that I show up for myself with, because I personally have the tendency of doing a lot, stopping, or putting stuff off. So I know, like, let's say, oh, I got all these episodes to edit. I'm going to wait a week. Week turn into 2 weeks. Oh, I got to go cut that grass. And it could wait because I know I could give a reason of why it should wait. Okay.
It's supposed to rain.
But once I get into, like, look, you got all these responsibilities. I used to run away from them. Now I got Trey. That's a very big responsibility.
Yeah.
I never thought, like, I love
That's
dogs.
the closest thing to a child.
Yeah. So it's like every day I have to take care of you. Like, if I starve, I have to starve if you eat, you know? So that's probably like my biggest thing of consistency and responsibility, really.
I respect that, because I feel like with men, it's a lot easier for, I wouldn't even say a lot easier, but in a sense, mentally it's easier for y'all to fall into that dark space if y'all aren't being productive. Especially if you're Mr. Make It Happen. Like if you're not, if you lazy, if you're broke, you know, loser, lame-o, you may not, you know, they leeches. Like my boy Dolph, you a leech. And if you a leech, you're not going to want to get up and go about your business. Now, it's different because when you get into those certain spaces and you're a little depressed, like that's different. But it's just knowing how to pull yourself out of it. Having people in your corner who can gauge that to pull you out of it. Do you feel like you have people in that space?
Definitely. I feel like I have more people now than ever, and I'm grateful for it because I can't find another word other than vulnerable. But I think vulnerable is the right word. Like, it's a good vulnerable, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I'm not so hard body and as I used to be a year ago or 2 years, really a year ago. Like now I feel the growth in myself that is needed now that I'm in this space.
That's really good. Like it's so crazy because, you know, I'm coming up, it's August, so I'm like a month and a half shy of being in therapy for a year now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been
That's
almost
crazy.
a year. I've been going almost a year solid now. The first time I went was like 2.5 months. And I was like, yeah, I'm good.
You feel like, all right, that's just
I was like, yeah, I'm
off.
good. And now that I've been going consistently for almost a year, I'm not going to hold you. Therapy has changed my life completely for the better. I just told my mom today, like, I kind of get mad at myself. Like, I wish I would have went sooner. Like, I really do, because there's no telling where I would be now. But her rebuttal to that was, I think if you would have went then, you wouldn't have been ready to listen.
Yeah.
That was the realest shit ever. Because, let me tell you.
You wouldn't have been.
I wouldn't have been, but I was in such a dark space, bro. Oh my God, it was so dark. And so much was happening. I lost the love of the sport that I played since I was a jit. I was traumatized, bro. Oh my God, it was so bad. I was traumatized. But there were so many life lessons from the time I was in 6th grade to now, that if I would have never went through them, I don't think I would be who I am today. So being able to shift my perspective was the greatest thing I could have ever done. 2023 been beating my ass, bro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But maybe one day I'll talk about it.
Oh,
maybe one day soon.
It'll be in a documentary.
Yeah, no cap.
10 million Amazon come.
Yeah, he wants to narrate my documentary
Just part
about
of it.
my life.
It's part of it.
Cause it would be crazy, for sure. But therapy in itself, like, I'm in a space now where I can actually articulate my emotions. I can articulate how I'm feeling. I have a lot of gifts that not a lot of people have. One of them being the fact that, ladies, let me go ahead and drop a gem on you right quick. We are very emotional creatures, okay? We are. We're also women of habit, especially when it comes to our emotions. If you, as a woman, learn how to articulate your emotions into logic and then speak it to a man, you will be heard 10 times more than you just speaking out of emotion. And also, 10 times out of 10, a lot of things can be not so, like, argumentative if y'all took a second to chill out. And I say this because most arguments, someone is rational and the other person is emotional. Now we have 2 emotional people. That's a whole different ballgame. Y'all both need to relax.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's when you know, woo, it's getting domestic now. So you gotta relax. But for real though, like, if you take a second to chill out, figure out what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and articulate it into a logical standpoint and translate it to men, y'all, I'm telling you, it changes the game.
It does. I think that's one of the things I recently learned within this year journey was, what are you saying, or what are you trying to get across? Instead of just, I'm like, you sound mad. Yeah. I'm gonna respond to that, but what are you saying? That's
why when y'all be sending them long paragraphs, he's only responding to one question. Wanna know why? Because he does not care about nothing that you're talking about. He's really trying to get the principle of what you're talking about, but it's so much information piled into one thing. Like, I'm not gonna say it's never that deep, because I never want to invalidate nobody's feelings, because sometimes it really is that deep. But you really have to get to, like, the main principle of what it is.
Like, why are you mad that I'm talking to my ex?
I'll punch you in the throat. Like, because what you talking to her for? But at the same token, me and somebody I used to deal with, we are very platonic, but that's my dog. One of my closest dogs. Like, if I'm really down and I need somebody to, tighten up, he'll get me right. Calling each other for advice or just to rant, that's what we do. That's my dog though. Like, I really respect him. I respect who he is. He's been through a lot. When we was dealing with each other, crazy. Off the wall, y'all. Off the wall. Like, it's so wild because we just talked about this the other day.
Really?
No cap. Yes, just talked about it the other day. And we was just saying, like, we were 21.
Little babies.
Young. Like, we're 25, 26 now. So it's very crazy how much we've grown as people. And we're still friends. And we're friends now. Like, this man told me the other day, like, it was at times, like, he hated me. I said, feeling mutual, my boy, because I hated you too. Yeah. He was like, oh my God, I'm so glad we could get that off our chest. I was like, me too. Like, it's so childish, but me too. Like, you don't understand, like, I hated you so bad. But,
oh my God,
love that boy. That's my dog. Like, that's somebody who's definitely in my corner to support me. Timing is everything.
It is.
Do you believe in right person, wrong time?
10,000%. I've had too many examples of that.
You know what's crazy?
I've had to learn from.
You know what's crazy? I used to say that, but I don't think that way now.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
You think we're just holding on to
possibilities,
past connections, or
past connections, possibilities, but furthermore, potential.
Holding on, but potential ain't bad.
It is.
Because it is bad?
It is bad. Potential is bad. And I say potential is bad because we really do or really can fall in love with potential because we see the good in people. And that's the part that we don't be wanting to let go of. And you have to realize somebody can be a good person, could be an amazing person, but they will not be good to you. Or they're not good for you.
I feel like all my exes think that. Shout out to them. I don't claim none of y'all, but shout out to them.
They're all wise. No, I'm playing. The reason I say I don't really rock with the right person, wrong timing thing anymore, I really used to believe that. Now I don't believe that because you attract people at a certain time in your life for a reason. And every situation, whether it's a relationship with a significant other or a friendship, a lot of the times they mirror you and you have no idea that they mirror you. Sometimes you do if you have a lot of self-awareness, but a lot of times you don't. What's the longest like you've been like celibate? Like, what's the longest you went without having sex?
Purposely or not purposely? It don't matter.
Purposely. I feel like I might have to put this poll on the gram because I really want to know y'all answers at this point.
I mean,
because I could tell you how long I went.
I could go a very celibacy. That's without self pleasure, right?
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah.
Without self pleasure, maybe like a month and a half.
Okay, but no cat.
With self pleasure, probably a couple months.
You know what's crazy? The longest I've ever been is a year.
And
I'm 26. Without.
Oh, you a goddamn
without.
Goddamn way.
But
it's different. It's different from male to woman, though.
Yeah, it is. But mine was by choice. By choice. And that year,
my stomach's gonna hurt if I don't like release.
My year. Oh boy, I was angry. I'm not gonna hold you. I was probably angry, but it was so much going on. Like, I was cool. Like, I really actually didn't want to be touched. So that was the thing. But it's so funny though, because when I asked someone this question recently, it was a male. Their response was a month and a half. That's the longest they've ever been.
I think
by choice. And I was like, a month and a half? That's it?
It's different though.
It is.
Like,
y'all are different.
Like, we literally have to like
his response release. Was his reasoning was like, I'm a man. Like, I lift weights.
That's childish.
He was like, I lift weights. Like, I have a lot of testosterone. Like, I'm doing a lot. Like, I need like a release. Like, and he was trying to explain like, I need to release. Yeah. Like, and I was just like, go to the weight room. The fuck. Like, that was in my head. That was my thought. I didn't say it out loud, but then like as we kept going into the conversation, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And you know what's wild? I know somebody who actually masturbates every day. As a man. It's a man. He masturbates every day. And I was like
multiple times a day.
I was like, are you serious? Yeah. He was like, yeah, I have to. I was like, are you good? He was like, yeah. Like, why do you think I walk around so happy every day? And I was like, that's really crazy. Like, I didn't think about that.
I know a lot of women that do, but a lot of males like have to like high libidos and shit like
Yeah,
that.
they do.
I feel
They
like
have to.
mine has lowered over the years because I use like
Do you feel like your mental health plays a role into how high your sex drive is?
a lot.
I think so. Well, for me, it definitely is like
I
that
feel
too.
like when I'm at neutral
Mm-hmm.
and I'm good, I don't need to. Like now, like I really could go without now because
Yeah.
of
Everything else is such a high.
yeah. No, I feel like
Not a high,
you
but
transfer energies with the people you have sex with, especially like raw. So like
ooh,
the someone that
preach.
I hate talking about this person because they just get big headed about it, but one of the last ones that I've
Mm-hmm.
all of that with, they have a very low
Mm.
libido, and it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
So when I like started having like sexual intercourse,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't mean nothing to me because I was just out here just it was whatever.
Yeah.
So now that it means something to me, I don't just
You know,
connect myself.
you can't
with
just
people.
pass the cookie out. You can't pass the goodies
and I know
out.
it's good. So it's like I ain't just about it. You know what I mean,
Nah, like that energy transfer is
now
so
practice.
real.
Now practice is a little different now.
Yeah.
Practice. I mean, I can practice. You clean. I can practice all day now. I mean, no problem. You know what I mean?
But it's very crazy that you say like energy transfers because it's so real. Like
yeah.
I've been in a space where I've dealt with somebody where I was their emotional validation.
Mm.
Oh my God,
Did you know it as soon as like around that time, or it took time to?
It took time for me to figure it out. I think this individual is a really great man in certain perspectives.
Yeah.
He has great characteristics. Was he a good man to me? No.
Mm-hmm.
At certain times, yes. But like I'll never forget like how I would feel when I would leave after kicking it with him.
Yeah.
Bro, I would be angry. And it was so crazy to me because I'm like, that's not how I came over here. I would be angry or like in my feelings, very low vibration. And it was an energy transfer. Like anytime I would come, like I'm pouring into you. Like you're literally sucking the life out of me every time I come. Yeah. And it took the last time that I saw him and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm so angry. Like I was so mad when I left. And I was like, I can't keep doing this to myself. It wasn't going nowhere. Bro was so capped. Like, true manipulator, true gaslighter. Somebody I met in my future era. And it was fun.
Yeah.
But I knew I wanted more, but he was never going to give me more.
Was it with the chaos that you were searching for around that time in your life that was just like...
It was fun.
Feeding into it?
It was fun. Mm-hmm. Like, it was fun. Like, I don't have sneaky links. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have sneaky links. I'm way too grown for a sneaky link. And I say I don't have sneaky links because if you consider me a sneaky link...
K. Chesterr with 2 R's at the end. Come holler at your boy.
If you have a sneaky link, it's because like... Me personally, I don't have sneaky links. And I say I don't have sneaky links because if I get caught, first of all, there is no getting caught because I'm open and transparent. So there is no like sneaky link for me. Like, and this person, like for me, it wasn't a sneaky link. Yeah. But was I his sneaky link? Probably. Most definitely.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with that. A lot of people ain't going to get it, but I get what you're saying with that.
Like, I'm not in a relationship or I'm not super serious with somebody to be in a point where like, oh, I got somebody like I'd be late night creeping with. Like, no, I'm not that.
Too old for that.
I'm way too old for that.
And
like,
that's crazy to say we kind of too old for that because I don't feel like we too old.
We're not. Like, bro, we're realistically we're still young and turnt. Like, we really are.
Yeah, but I know we're gonna wrap up after this too. But it's like you got. And I felt this like a couple years ago. You got people that's married and had kids, own houses. You got people that's like not really doing too much, but you know what I mean? It is what it is with life. And you got people that's in the middle of that.
It's very different. Like everything right now is so different. Cause I have friends who are getting married. I have friends that are having kids, and then I have my friends who are young and turned. Like I have all these different groups of friends. Like, but it's very weird because I feel like where I'm at right now is such an odd space. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I really want to be domesticated.
Domesticated as in how?
I don't think I want to be like a full traditional domesticated wife or girlfriend. Like, I don't think.
Are you talking like monogamy, or like you talking about like just like tied to one person, tied down?
I could be tied to one person. That's not an issue. I'm meaning in the sense of like, I'm taking care of a house.
Oh, like the traditional
roles?
The
traditional roles. I don't think I want to be. I think when I start feeling like I'm being domesticated or like molded to be domesticated, I don't like it. Like, it's.
Do you feel like it's forced? Are we really supposed to wrap up? But we gonna go.
It's not even forced. I feel like for me, it's a natural thing.
Cause I mean, once you feel comfortable, like as I would assume as a woman, like shit just happens. Like as I've seen with like new mothers, shit you just do
it just
shit.
happens.
Like
yeah, like I don't know, because there's nothing wrong with taking care of your man. It's not.
Yeah.
I want my man to feel like I'm home. That's me. Naturally, that's just gonna happen. Baby, I'm a hire maid. We need a house. We need a cleaning lady. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I'll do it here and there, but like I don't want to do that all the time.
But you different. Though.
I don't because the thing is.
But a lot of people are not gonna understand that when I say you different, because I know you for real, but it's like you different.
Because I'm thinking about it for one. It's not even about me doing it or like the act of it or the chore. It's like, bro, realistically, like I've been doing that my whole life. You could pay somebody to do it. You're paying for convenience at this point. You're paying for your time. That's what you're doing. You're paying for your time. Rich people do it because they need it done because they don't want to waste their time doing it. There are so many other things in this world that I want to do than be in my house cleaning. Yeah,
like your talents is like literally. I'm not even saying it. Just like your talents are more than just doing that.
You feel me?
You could do it, no problem. But it's like
it's not an issue.
You rather me do this or go make us $1 million real quick.
You feel me? You feel me? Like I'm not in that space. Like, and I think I'm getting to a point where it's so wild because my therapist actually said something to me the other day, and she asked me like, why do I feel like the need to do certain things for a man, and is it like because I feel like they need it or want it to be done? Because I feel like when you start doing it, one, you're training your partner on, you're creating expectations. Yeah. Let me go ahead and tell you right now, baby, I'm not going to uphold these expectations. And I mean that in the sense of an expectation that I can uphold is that I am a bad bitch first. I am an intelligent woman. I'm a bag getter.
Okay. I got a question.
What?
Do you feel like you sprinkle like this is what you could have or this is what it is and do as you see fit to the man? You feel like that's what you do? Because I know you could grill, you could cook. It's a difference. It's a big difference from that.
It is.
You could grill and you could cook. Nigga. Yeah. I had the Korean barbecue. And I'm a vegetarian. I mean, I didn't have it.
I really throws down. But I love to cook though.
You're in tune with your emotions. Mm-hmm. Like you really have thoughtful conversations. Like if you don't know you for real, like I know you. Like, and of course, like everybody be in my DMs. Yo, what's up with Lex? You know what I mean? I'll be like, bro, don't even waste y'all time because I already know y'all. Like, don't waste y'all time.
Y'all not gonna get what I need.
Not really. Y'all gonna get to like level 1
and never make it past
and never make it past it. Like, it's real genuine shit.
I'm harder than Crash Bandicoot, no cap.
I really be trying to tell, like, bro, like
I really am harder than Crash Bandicoot, and I'm so grateful for like my friends because my friends, when people really be trying to get at me, my friends would be like, they'll either, now my bestie, she number one, she'll definitely be like, no, she's not gonna respect anybody who is trying to get put on through any of her friends. She's not. Um, that's number one. Two, good luck, because it's probably not gonna go far. Like, if they already know, like, if y'all already know them, y'all already know, like, it's not gonna go.
Yeah.
And I respect that about my friends. Like, I love that about my friends, because it's so crazy. I was just explaining to Pri the other day. I say, you know, I really love my friends, and if you're in my circle, you know that I really love you, because I make sure that even if I can't, from an emotional standpoint, be there, I will be there from another perspective. So, you know, like, if I can't give you what you need in that moment, I'll find a way to get it to you.
You'll learn everybody's love. And that's the one thing I could say, you learn everybody's love language, because I'm not, you know, I'm not a talker.
Yeah.
But what you would do, FaceTime, like,
which one?
What
Real
you
quick.
want? And I be looking at the text like,
this nigga don't want to talk to me. But I'll wait.
But I need that.
Yeah.
I literally need that, because I would stay in my comfort zone. But
because today was an example. Because today was an example, no cap. Because I was on the phone and I had text you, and like 20 minutes went past, no response. Another 20 minutes went past, no response. Now I was on the phone, I was like, this nigga still ain't hit me back. I said, he got about another 10 minutes before I call him. And he was like, for real? And I was like, no, I'm so for real. And then you text me, and I was like, nah, he could. He was cleaning. I said, just know, if he didn't, I was just finna call him.
Call me.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't do that. A lot of people be like, oh, you know, Aunt just doing Aunt, but nah, like, you.
Because one or two things, like, I either know, like, because around what time it was, I was like, he goes to the gym super early in the morning if it's on the weekend to go hoop. So he out there with them old heads. So I know he out early. They be out there early. They be out there early. So I was like, yeah, nah. He's probably back at the crib. If he's not asleep, he's probably cleaning up or he's running around. One of those three things. Or cutting grass, possibly. So I was like,
you saw I was at the crib.
Yeah, so I was like, nah. He either asleep, cleaning up,
or playing a game.
Or he's editing, or he's gonna hit me back. One of those. I said, because he already folded last night, so I know one or two things. He either went to sleep, or nah, he went to sleep. He crashed out. So I really, like, I've learned that you have to love people in their love languages. And I got told when I was 21 that the person that I was dealing with, I wasn't showing up for them. Like, in their love language. I thought I was showing that I loved them. Yeah. I really did. Because I was doing all the physical things. But emotionally, I wasn't showing up. And I didn't realize that that person needed me to show up emotionally. But the thing was, I had been so emotionally unavailable for so long, I didn't know how to do that. Yeah. I also was at a point where my emotional intelligence was not to where it is now. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I would say being able to articulate my emotional intelligence, because my emotional intellect has always been there since a jit. We about to wrap it up. But I think for me personally, like, my friend group, like, I love my circle. I love everybody that's around me. I just
want to say it is very, very, like, aside from, like, the vulnerability I've been going through the past couple months, it is very, very appreciated, because I like, really hold on to shit like this. Like, like, this is, like, forever. Like,
no cap.
Bro,
like
I love the growth from. I don't know if I really could call her and tell her to pull up for a pod to, like, she's trying to come over every day and, like, chill, like. Which she can, like, you know you can, no problem, for real. But like,
everybody knows, like, I'm somebody who enjoys my space. So, like, I don't like being around people every day. I be needing time to, like, recoup for real. But I enjoy making sure that the people that are in my circle are good. Because there was a time and space where I didn't know who my support system was. And now I know my support system. And I'm very appreciative of my support system. I know that everybody in my circle loves me. I know that everybody in my circle wants to see me win. And it's not I want to see you win to a certain point. Like, I knew you would be great, but I didn't want you to be that great. It's so crazy. Yeah, you feel me? Like, I just posted yesterday on my threads, and it was something I learned from my sermon, and it was like, when people can no longer exploit your brokenness, it's an issue. And that right there was like, I felt that, because everybody in my circle has witnessed my growth, has witnessed my journey. They've seen how far I've come. I've been able to witness everybody in my circle grow. It's such a like, everybody's developing into such great people. Like, we're all elevating into great people. We all bring each other up. It's not sucking each other dry, and I love that for us. Everybody wants to win. It want eat, we all eat. Like, it's a bouncing off of each other thing, and I love that. I feel like everybody deserves that in their friend group, and I think that's one of the things that, like, I respect about you the most when it comes to you handling business. Mr. Make It Happen himself, like, very supportive of everybody around you, but you don't gatekeep. If somebody brings an idea to you, you throw stuff at them. Like, what are you trying to gain from this? That day that you sent me them questions, I wrote them questions down, and I took it to therapy, and I talked about it in therapy. Wow. Yeah, like, and my therapist was like, "Wow, that's a really great friend for you." And I was like, "I know, I love this man. This is my dog. This is my dog."
I want to get your therapist, but I gotta really be ready for it. I'm ready for it, but
listen, I respect anybody who goes to therapy. I am 100% pro therapy. It's actually crazy. Do you know that one of the questions I asked people when, like, I'm getting to know them, would you, if you and your partner were serious and y'all are about to go to the next level, would you do premarital counseling? 100%. For me, that's a major question. 100%. If you tell me no, red flag. Red flag.
At this age, a lot of shit with red flags.
What? Bro.
I know we wrapping up, but
I know, but like, red flags, bro. And it's so crazy how good I've gotten at picking up on red flags at this point. And that's wild. Me and my therapist was just talking about that. Oh my God. It's so crazy how full circle comes. But no, literally, like, if you tell me no to that question.
Because it's like, why?
You're
cut. Is it a financial thing, or is it just because you don't want to do it?
10 times out of 10, it's because you don't want to do it. And that's an instant cut off. Like, I'll probably ask you a few more questions, but that's about it. This will probably be the last time we have a conversation. And it's so wild because, do you feel like there's ever a time where you're talking to somebody and you're like, yeah, this is probably the last time you'll talk to me?
More right now, more times than not, yeah.
How do you gauge that?
A lot of women aren't used to a guy that is very communicative. Like, I don't know if that's a word, but like, I like to talk.
Yeah.
I don't like people, but I like to talk to people that are interesting. So I'm gonna act certain things, and if you just bland with it, it's just like
people who are very surface level. You don't like surface level people.
I don't like surface level. Like,
so it's so wild because this is one of the reasons why, you know, you're one of my dogs. When it comes to people, you know, we're not really people. We're intrapersonal people.
Okay.
Which is so funny because we're not that big of extroverts. We're very introverted, but we have our moments, but we're very intrapersonal. Do you feel like that's an issue with a lot of people these days? They're not really intrapersonal more than anything. Like, everything's just so fake now.
I feel like in the industry that we're in, we have to be very extroverted. But I've been blessed with people that's been around me that have a lot of connections that I don't have to be as extroverted. So I'm gonna I really hold on to that blessing in those people, even though they're not very extroverted. But just because they're better at being it than me, I'm not. I'm grown to a point. I'm not sugarcoating it no more. Like, I'm granted, like, genuine connections I love, but if I gotta fake the funk, I don't.
If I gotta fake the funk, I'm not gonna be around you.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be around you.
But a lot of things is like that. But it's different because now, okay, I'm a manager.
Yeah.
I have my own stuff going on, but I'm a manager, so it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
If it's a play that's gonna be beneficial for you or Reap,
Yeah.
I gotta suck it up. Pause.
Yeah.
But I gotta make the proper play. But if it's for put me on game or for Chesterr, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've got to the point I got to farther than I thought I can get to without it. So I can get farther with it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's a teeter totter with it.
I feel you. I think like we're in a space of continuous growth. I feel like everybody that's around us right now, we're in a space of growth and uncomfortability. And I appreciate that. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to handle being uncomfortable. They don't know how to handle being authentic. A lot of people don't know what it looks like to love themselves for real or be themselves because they're so worried about fitting in. But one of my favorite sayings is you don't have to worry about fitting in when you're custom made. It's one of my favorite sayings.
That's a fact.
Just because I've known since I was a jit that I was not everybody's cup of tea.
That's crazy.
Like since I was a jit. Like I love helping people. But I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. But being who I am, people know how genuine I am. If you truly get to know me, which throughout Wit Luv By Lex, I really hope that y'all start to pick up on who I am. But I am definitely growing as a woman, growing as a person, loving myself. I feel like the hierarchy of where you are, you have, self-reflection, self-awareness, self-actualization. We kind of touched on it on the Put Me On Game pod. I have finally reached the self-actualization part. And I'm so grateful. Like, when my mom said today, like, y'all not filming today? I'm like, damn, I need to go put that work in. Like, it was a quick, like, wow, go put that work in. And I was like, you're absolutely correct. Like, I've been chilling last week I had my fun. And then this week I haven't really done anything for my businesses. And it was like, kick it in gear. Boom. You gotta be about that action.
I love that for you because it's gonna be like now everybody knew Yo Boseyo.
You feel me?
Now it's like
now
bro,
y'all
getting, bro, I'm
now you know about
I
Lex.
Get calls like, yo, where the pod at?
Now you know about Lex. Like respectfully,
where the clothes at? Where the pod at?
Y'all, this has been a long time coming. I would like to go ahead. I feel like I want to wrap it up like this for real. Y'all, this has been a very long time coming. I'm going to be very, very vulnerable in this moment. I've been talking about this pod. I've been talking about my clothing brand for 2 years. Actually, longer than 2 years, almost 3. And just recently, I finally came to terms with, okay, I finally want to execute. And it's very, like, it's such a weird feeling. Like, it's uncomfortability, but it's such a great feeling of uncomfortability. Before it was a lot of fear because I was so scared to just put out content or just get in front of the camera and film, and I was scared of failing. I didn't think people would really rock with me. I didn't think y'all would really want to support or anything like that. Like, I was fighting I was fighting myself realistically. I'm a perfectionist, but in reality I want to be my authentic self, but I want to put out the greatest quality that I can. Even with my clothes, like my clothes come in, like when I drop, it's a big, like, y'all don't understand, my drop has a meaning. This very first capsule, biggest meaning of all time. Every capsule has a meaning. Every capsule is actually, depending on what capsule you buy, is going to be dedicated and donated to a certain mental health organization. Like, that's just what it is. Like, that's what's meaningful to me. That's what's passionate to me. But for the first time, I finally felt like I figured out what I wanted. I figured out how I wanted to go about it. I finally have it all together to be like, okay, I want to do it. I don't want to talk about it no more, because I was kind of bouncing all over the place. And now I'm like, I'm here. I'm fully in myself. I fully know who I am. I wouldn't even say I fully know who I am, because I'm still learning who I am. But I'm in a space where I'm like, I'm that girl. I'm her. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. Either rock with me or you don't. You support me or you don't. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. So be it. Like, that's cool. But just know, with or without you, what could you say? Either with me or against me, or you in my way. You feel me? So that's just where I am. And it feels really good to say this is the first episode of the Wit Luv By Lex podcast. Thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight.
Yes, sir.
It's definitely a full circle moment. Shout out to my guy, because he's been pushing me for a really long time.
I'm proud and I'm happy.
I hope y'all enjoy. I got some good stuff cooking up for y'all. We're gonna be talking a whole lot of. Nah, I mean, you mean. So we gonna get real raw, uncut throughout this season for real. But if you have something that you want to say, something you want to get at, you can always throw it my way. And I'm always down to talk about it. So some of y'all want to get to know about me, let me know. Leave it in the comments.
Or DM us.
Look, DM anything.
Repost, share,
so
all that.
For sure, repost, reshare, subscribe, all of that. Good vibes. So big legs, the biggest. Drop top chest.
Yes, sir.
Might hit your baby mama chest. We're gonna get into that on another episode, y'all. No cap. But thank you. I appreciate it. And we love y'all.
We out.